Today I have a few beginner crochet ideas I'd love to share with you. There's a playlist at the end of this video I've called Weekend Beginner Crochet Ideas. Once you've chosen the idea you'd like to crochet, take a look at this playlist and let me know which one you choose to follow in detail. My name is Lindy and thank you for watching my channel. Welcome or welcome back. I'm not suggesting that you can complete one of these in a weekend. I just think they're so relaxing and enjoyable and a great weekend wind down. As a beginner crocheter, you just need to keep practicing, keep going, and in no time you'll be producing your own great ideas. These 3 ideas for your weekend beginner project are from previous videos of mine, and what I've done is I'm just giving you a little taste of each of these. You can then choose which one you'd like to copy in detail. Go to my playlist at the end and you'll find my free pattern attached, and I always put a timestamp so you can jump to where you wish to be. My first beginner idea is this practical dishcloth. I crocheted it in a pure cotton, which I had in my stash yarn. And if you find you've got this one odd ball of yarn that you don't know what to do with it, this just may be the answer. Take a look at this and then jump to the end to the playlist and watch it in detail. Here's a quick project I've just completed, a dishcloth. It's done in a stitch called a sedge stitch. And if you don't know what the stitch is, I'm going to do a tutorial showing you exactly how to work it. We use single crochet, half double crochet and double crochet, and I have attached my tutorial on how to do these stitches at the end. As a beginner, you may be interested in learning this stitch, and as an advanced fiber artist, you may want to make these as gifts or possibly at a craft fair, and I find I'm always looking for more dishcloths in my own kitchen. To crochet our dishcloth, we're going to use this lovely lime color, which is beautiful in my kitchen. It is 100% cotton, and here we can see it is asking for a 5mm crochet hook. It's washable and it's going to be really lovely as a dishcloth. So it's 8 inches by 8 inches. The way we make our sedge stitch is using single crochet, half double crochet and double crochet. So let's do another sedge stitch into that space, single crochet, half double crochet and double crochet. You'll notice that cotton is a thick yarn and doesn't smoothly run over the hook as an acrylic yarn would. But the properties of the cotton is that it's washable and it's going to be really nice as a dishcloth. So we skip our 2 stitches, we go into this little space, single crochet, half double crochet, slip off all 3 stitches and then double crochet. What I tend to find when I'm doing a stitch is right in the beginning, it's not as clear to see. I want to work further up, making a few more rows and come back and show you what it looks like. As I progress further on this dishcloth, I think of more comments to make as to how to best develop these sedge stitches. The way to form those best is we'll skip 2 stitches, go into this 3rd stitch with that little thread below it. Then we do 1 single crochet. Now we need to make sure that is giving us a little bit of space there. So the half double crochet comes in there, and all you do is push the yarn at the back so that it straightens out. We make our half double crochet and then our double crochet, same story, just push that thread a little bit back there and we do our double crochet so that we're getting a slightly flatter stitch, which I think looks rather nice. So I'll just keep going and I'll show you as it grows. This little hook at the top is really convenient to put your dishcloth next to the sink. My second weekend crochet idea for beginners is the circular placemat. The circular placemat works up quite quickly because there's a lot of holes and spaces in it, and I teach you the rule of the circle. Take a look at this and watch how these new placemats freshen up your dinner table. Here's a quick and easy gift idea for the giving season: a hand crocheted placemat. Not your usual mass-produced placemats. I found a roll of this burlap Hessian yarn. It's quite rough on your hands, but it works quickly and it produced this very nice placemat. If you are planning on making things for a market at the end of the year, these are a good idea to think about. You can make them in sets of 4s and 6s and they work out really quickly, and I guess they're going to be snapped up. To make these placemats, I'm using a number 5 crochet hook and this yarn. I got this yarn from a craft center, but you will also find this online and sometimes even at nurseries, plant nurseries. We start by making 2 chain stitches. The rule of the circle is however many you put in the first row, you double in the next row and you add on that number in the third row. And I have done a couple of videos on this if you would like to go and have a look. So there is the end of our second row. 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. And each time we're picking up the back stitch and creating this little ridge in the front. One double crochet and 2 into this space. So here we have the placemat forming. We're going to alternate between this double crochet row and these space row. So this makes up the pattern. Here we are at the end of the 6th row. We're going to do another yarn over and we're going to skip 2 stitches, go into the whole stitch, 3 double crochets, and you can see we have 2 double crochets here, and we're just going to go straight into this stitch here, which will complete the pattern and the end of row 6. Because of this yarn, you can actually give it quite a nice stretch, which I will do just now on my cork board to relax the stitches. My third and final weekend beginner crochet ideas are these 4 placemats. I made them for Thanksgiving and I gave them to a friend who's just lent them to me. You can see I did this fillet crochet in the center. You don't have to get that intricate. You can just do a plain finish and you can put in some colors or no colors. And what I find is that when you're a beginner, you can start with a really simple design, and as you improve and become more confident, you can switch it up and do something a little more intricate. So you'll end up with a whole set of placemats with just different designs, personal designs. So here they all are. I've got a lovely bright yellow one. I did the colors of Thanksgiving. And she tells me she really enjoys using them. To celebrate Thanksgiving, I've crocheted these 4 placemats to make your get-together with friends and family extra special. I've chosen fall colors, some vibrant and some warm and neutral. This is a beginner's pattern as I use chain stitch, single and double crochet. I've added some filet crochet in the center for those of you who enjoy a bit of a challenge. You can see that the pattern for the filet crochet is a beginner's pattern, and I'll show you how to make this on graph paper. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these placemats, how to keep your edges straight and your borders neat, and also how to make them reversible, so there's no right and wrong side. One ball of each cotton yarn makes a placemat, and also the stripes in the other placemats. You'll find a free pattern in the description below, and I'm always available if you have any questions. Coffee brown, brick red, lime green and turmeric yellow. These are 100% cotton, a sports weight number 2, and they're asking for a 3.25mm crochet hook, which I don't have. I'm going to be using a 3.5mm crochet hook. So let's start crocheting our Thanksgiving placemats. Each placemat is going to be made in one of these different colors, making 4 placemats in total. And as you can see, I've almost completed this bit of yarn. So what I do is I use the predominant color, which in the first placemat is this brick red. I then include turmeric, coffee and lime green in the stripe on either side, and in the center we have the filet crochet pattern. I'm going to show you how to do this later on. Basically, this is a beginner's pattern. I'm only using single and double crochet. I've done chain stitches to start, and then I've completed the edging in a single crochet. And the filet crochet is the very simple pattern, which is just leaving spaces by making a chain stitch. So we do 1 chain, turn it around so we can keep this edging straight. We're now going to start on the other side with the green. Put our tail on there. We go into the first stitch, bring it up, and 1 chain. And then we go straight into the next stitch, and we continue here with our single crochet, all the way along this row. Then when we've come quite a nice way down, we take the brick red, give that a little pull, holding this tightly in your fingers so it can't pull it in, and do that. I'm not going to show you how not to do it, because if it pulls in, it's difficult to loosen it again. And then the green, give it a little pull and you'll feel it. So if you count your rows here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got, and we're working with this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we've introduced our open space. We're going like this, row for row. Once you've done the first one, it's quite easy, because then you just know the next one steps up until you get to the top. That's just your introduction to filet crochet. We're going to continue the filet crochet pattern from here to the point, and obviously moving like that. I'll show you once I've completed this placemat. We've now completed the full filet crochet pattern design. If you choose not to do filet crochet because you don't want to be counting and you just want a plain placemat, that's your decision. I have got the full details of the pattern in the description, and if you wish to have the filet crochet pattern included, please drop a comment and I'll send it to you. My name is Lindy and thank you for joining my channel. If you enjoyed this tutorial on my weekend beginner crochet ideas, please like and subscribe, look at the playlist at the end, choose the one you like and watch it in detail. Take care and bye.